Hey there, everybody. Welcome to the journey back to you. So, today I'm going to do something a little bit special. So, we've got some customized orders online, and we always get these orders daily, right? And I just thought of taking all of you through the creative process. So, for those of you who've seen us work live before, you'll definitely know how it works here, and the type of processes that we go through when we are creating a piece. But for those of you who's never seen us live and you're always ordering online, I just thought of taking you through this process like right here. So usually when a person orders something online, what we'll do is that we'll drop them a crystal test just to find out what are they drawn to and what they're attracted to. And in this case, for today's creation, these are the stones that the person was drawn to. So you got a black rutilated quartz, you got a clear quartz, opals, amazonite, citrine. So these are the 5 stones that she picked. However, in during the creative process, so if you've ever watched us live before, you start to realize that during the creative process, oftentimes, well, 99% of the time, things change. So sometimes certain stones get added in, sometimes certain stones that were originally picked gets removed, and it's really not up to us, because what we always do is that we will surrender 100% to the universe and surrender 100% to the energy, and to just tune into what the stones wants us to do. And the way that we do this is that we will usually start with a centerpiece, right? So we'll start with a piece, and we'll allow that to guide us to the next steps, and we'll start creating, following a circle. And what we are looking for as designers and as creators is to see the continuation of the flow of the bracelet, of the energy. And if you're putting the right pieces in place, but there's a feeling that there's a continuation of the energy that just keeps flowing and flowing and flowing and flowing and flowing. However, if we were to put something wrong in there, even though they may be the exact same stone, but it's not the right bit, right? There will be a cutoff in the energy, and we'll feel like there's a drop, And everyone that works with us as designers, this is the training, that the most critical training that we take them through. And normally it takes a person about a year to get really in touch with this. And so we just want to take you through that process today, and to let you have a look at this, to just really see what's happening. So right now I'm going to start by picking a charm for this person, and from there then we'll see what happens. So I'll be right back. So this is the charm that caught my eye. Let me see if I can show you this right here. Yeah, it's not really clear. Yeah, this is the charm that caught my eye. So even the charm plays a role. Every single part, from the charm to the spaces, so these are called spaces right here. Every single thing plays a role in making the piece whole. So nothing is separate and nothing is apart from one another. So as designers, it is our duty to be able to do that. So a lot of people think it's skill, but actually skill is just half of the journey. The other half is being able to be still enough inside so that we can connect to what the stone wants us to do. And the stillness that we have inside, what's tricky about that is that sometimes we have to deal with crowds around us, right? And how are we able to speak to people, to be just talking to people, to be talking to you right now, online right here, yet still being able to be still inside and connect deep enough to be able to listen to the stones and to let it guide us on this journey. So that's where the training of all of our designers, they go through such trainings just to make sure that and we'll be able to see it in the designs, because if the design is not still enough, there's always something about it that we know that it's not complete, or it's not at the optimum that it can be. So Siju and I always believe there's only ever one bracelet that is perfect for each and every person at any given point of time. And it is our duty to just use the process, the creative process that the universe is guiding us on, to find that piece for that person. So let me see, I've got to get some stuff here. So So I think that's what sets us out from in our designs over the years, is that people often ask us, do the designs repeat, and very rarely do a design repeat. I don't think I've ever created a similar design for anyone else before. It's always different because the stones are always different, the combinations are different. There's a million and one possibilities of what can be created, and that's what makes this all beautiful, because whatever that is created is always perfect for the person that's going to receive it. So I'm just seeing if I can get some spaces right here. How's the focus? Yeah, the focus is better right now. So we are actually exploring with some YouTube content right now, because we thought of I think it's about time that people gets to see the craft of our work, and you'll probably be creating contents to do with teaching people about what we do, contents to do with crystal healing, all sorts of contents, and so we just thought of exploring with this as well, because I think watching the process come to life, especially the creative process of a bracelet, can be really therapeutic. And just thought of just creating these videos as we do it. So why not? Because we're doing it every day. And just let us know in the comments what you think. So as you can see, I started up this way, and now I'm just feeling as I go along, feeling for the right pieces to be in place. So the first two stones that I have there is called an Amazonite. So for those of you who are not familiar with this stone, it is probably one of the most beautiful stones around. And the Amazonite, if you know the story of Wonder Woman, right? It has very close relations to the legend of Wonder Woman. And it comes only from the Amazons, so that's why it's called the Amazonites. And the legend behind this stone is that way back in the past, so ancient history, and until now, there are still these tribes around, but they're hidden and people can't find them. And the legend behind it is that whenever there's a tribe of women warriors, right, in the Amazons, where they would always use this stone to as gifts for people who stumble upon their settlements. So especially to the men, and they will always gift it to the men. So the reason of the gifts, of course, it's we don't know why. But when you actually look at Wonder Woman's story, right, she has a lasso, and that lasso she would use to she would lasso any man, right, or anybody that comes to their island, to just to get truth, to really find out why are they there, what are their true intentions. And if you were to watch the latest Wonder Woman, the first Wonder Woman movie by Gal Gadot, she actually lassos Chris Pine, right? And she tries to get the truth out of him when he stumbled on their island. And when you look at the stone of the Amazonite, it's also a stone of truth. So here's where it gets interesting. And it's probably one of these stones of expressing our deep truths, right? And back then, when you look in ancient history, the use of crystals, the way that they used it has a lot of mysteries around it, a lot of question marks, And we've been doing this for 12 years, so you can imagine the rabbit hole that we've gone in. And I'm guessing that they knew something about it, on how to harness the true energy of these stones. And maybe they would have also given it to the people that visited them as a way to discover the truth of why are these people coming to their lands, or to their islands, and to determine whether does that person have a good intention or not. So, well, of course we don't know for sure, right? For now, maybe we will someday, but for now we don't know for sure. But all in all, Amazonites are one of the most beautiful stones, which reminds us to step into our power, and it also reminds us to really be truthful in the way that we express ourselves to the world, to be our authentic self. and to not be afraid to be who we are, and to just shine that light abundantly and brightly into the world. And it serves as a powerful reminder to all of us that where we sometimes forget, and we sometimes tend to discount ourselves in order to make the people around us happy, or society happy, or the communities that we are in. But one thing that I can share with you is that if you find yourself in a situation where you're with a community of people, or you're in a group of people, and you don't feel fully accepted, right, by that group, and you feel the need to have to change or to behave out of your essence, and to behave differently in order for you to be accepted by that group of people, then you're in the wrong pond. It doesn't make them bad people, and it doesn't make you a weird person. It just simply means that your energy and the energy of those group or those people does not match, and you are either in a group that values you, that sees you for who you are and values you for who you are, or you are in a group that don't understand you, and therefore they cannot see you for who you are and value you for who you are. So that's the difference. And when you're in groups that actually values you and sees you for who you are, this would be empowering, because these people would empower your journey. They would be the ones that would help you grow into the person that you need to become in order for you to move forward, and in order for you to fully embody the ultimate version of yourself. So life that we have right here is we have a pretty short life, right, as humans. Before you know it, we will start, decades and decades and decades are going by, and before you know it, we're close to the end of our lives. And a huge part of our lives is spent at work. It's spent at with communities around us. And if we are not spending the majority of our time being surrounded by people that we like, and being surrounded by people that likes us, then I think we are wasting a lot of time there. So that's something that we've got to be very mindful of these days, especially. So as you can see, I'm just going about trying different stones, trying to feel what needs to be in next. Because when the feeling is there, what we know or what we instantly can spot is that aha, that this is it. So that's the feeling that we search for, and every creation is the same. Sometimes I can be going about a creation for hours, or even I've done it for days before. The longest creation that I ever took to bring to life, and it was an online order, was 2 months. That's how long it took. So first, it has to be an aha design for us, and when we show it to the person that's buying it, right, it has to also feel aha for them. And if it's not, then we'll get back to the drawing board again, and we restart all over again. So that's the dedication that we must have in this work, because I believe if you're doing anything that has the ability to transform a person's life, right, there's a responsibility for us to uphold, and that responsibility is what we have to take really, really seriously, because you never know that this may be a person's last hope, right? It may be they may be hanging on a thread. So we've doing this for so long. We've dealt with so many cases from a relationship, divorce cases, to people who are on the brink of going to the streets, to people suicidal cases, many suicidal cases we've dealt with. So you will never know where they at in life right now, and we have to treat every single creation and every single person that we meet with extreme care, extreme empathy, extreme compassion, extreme kindness, because you never know that they coming and speaking to you, or they coming and talking to you, or they needing you, it can be the last straw for them sometimes. So that's where I think that's what makes, in a way, it makes what we do meaningful, but at the same time, I think it's very important that we are very mindful the intention of how we do things and the intention of how we do, for example, this right here, to be extremely mindful of it, because it's in a, I think it's probably one of the most important industries moving forward. If you were to ask me, I believe that every single one on this planet should have a crystal with them at least. And there's tons of research going on around this right now, around energy right now. There's so much of researchers coming up right now about vibration, right? And people and science is starting to really catch up with spirituality at this stage. So if you ask me, I think everyone should have a crystal with them to support their energy, to help them, especially in moments where we can't do it on our own. And there's 1,001 reasons to this, but yeah, I think that's a conversation for another time. I'm liking how simple this is actually coming up. I didn't expect it to be this simple. But nevertheless, it's very beautiful. I feel the energy of it is ever expanding, it's opening, it's very welcoming. So that's one of the feelings that tells us that we're on the right track as well. So there are multiple kinds of feelings that comes, right? But this, for right now, this is one of the feelings that is coming. It feels very open and expansive. Yes, sweetheart. That was my son right there. We promised to take him to a playground in Lotus, so he grows up in a shop with us, So one of the things for him is that there's a lot of sacrifice that he makes, where he can't be playing in the playground when the friends are playing, during the evenings. So we try to let him have a normal childhood as much as we can, but sometimes duty calls, and we often get a lot of emergency messages, right, where people needs our support online, on the phone, and things like that. And our heart will always tell us, just help this person, and sometimes we also know where there are times where it's there's where there are times where we feel that we need to separate that time between work and homes, right? And if our heart says, take him out and go to that park, or take him out and go here, then we will drop all our work, regardless of how important we think it is, and just follow it. So I think being in the business that requires us to be connected with who we are, it should not only be acted upon when we are doing our work. It should be integrated in part of our lives, all our lives. So we teach people and we teach people and we guide people heavily on the connection that they have with their heart, to make sure that they're always connected in there, And but in order for us to do that and to know the effects of that, we have to first be doing it ourselves and to first be connected in there. So so I think it's always important to embody the energy that you want to create in the world, and to make sure that energy goes out beautifully and unfiltered and as authentically as you can, because it makes a huge difference to the people's lives that's going to come in touch with it. So let's see. Yeah, I think this is about right. I'll probably send this photo over to her for her to have a look, because I think it feels perfect right now. There you go. This is what today's creation has come to. I don't know if you can see it clearly, but this is what it looks like. So I'll grab a photo of this after this, and I'll also post it after the video so you can have a look. So before we say goodbye, I just want to share something with all of you here today. If ever you're in a state of anxiousness, right? You're in a state of worry, anxiousness, and you're in a state of panic. And sometimes you may feel it really heavily here. So these stones have a lot to do with that, the heart, right? And you feel that anxiousness and that panic really heavily here, and you don't know what to do, you know. And sometimes you don't even know why you're feeling that way, or you know, whether is it a cosmic event, or is it because there's regression happening in your life, or things like that. But whenever you feel that you're not in perfect balance, and you feel that it's imbalance over here right now, an imbalance in here, or imbalance in your body, and you start to worry about whether you're on the right track. You know, I've worked so hard to keep myself on the right track, and I feel off balance right now. So if you ever feel that, I want you to know that each and every one of us has a current that guides our life, and the current comes to our heart, right? And think of this current as a rope that is pulling you across the flow of your life and across your journey. And every one of us has this, right? So this current is also present in the ocean. So we all know that the ocean has an undercurrent, which guides the fishes when they migrate, right? So it's sort of a teleportation for them. So it allows them to travel much faster, to swim from one end of the earth to the other end of the earth effortlessly. So that's the key, right? Effortlessly. So this current is also present in space, in the universe. And right now we are physics is starting to discover that the wormhole may actually be a teleportation portal where we can achieve light speed from traveling between one for intergalactic travels, right? You can research this up. Yes, there's a lot of research going on about this right now. So, and it's also present in nature. So if you look at the trees, right? So if there's a part of a forest right now that's being burned down, trees from from far, even very far away, they will start getting connected to the network, and they'll start sending energy and sending light to help that tree, to help that part of that forest thrive again. So every one of us has a current that guides our life, and a current that guides the flow of our life. So sometimes when it comes to shining our light, and when it comes to walking in authenticity with that current, we fear, because there's no logic surrounding it. And the reason why there's no logic surrounding it is that because logic is always based on what we've seen, right? Based on memory, it's based on what we're familiar with. It's never based on the future, right? But if the future is something you want to create differently, so if you want a bigger future, then you've got to be able to rely on everything else other than logic. That means some deep knowing and deep wisdom that comes to your heart, right? If you want to create the same future, then follow logic, and you have the exact same results, right? And this current that guides each and every one of us is never wrong. I promise you, it's never wrong. I've been following it for the past 12 years, and not once have I made a mistake. Each time I made a mistake is because I chose not to follow it. And every time I followed it, it is always right, and it always leads to the highest road. I promise you this. And the way to listen to that current is as simple as this. So sometimes you've got clarity of a year ahead, right? Sometimes you know your plans of what you're going to do. You can feel it here. You can feel the energy around you, and you're optimistic and you're positive. Sometimes you can only feel 10 steps ahead, and sometimes you can't even feel the next step. And that's where worry and panic sets in, right? So if you find that you're anxious in that stage and in that state, and you find that you can't feel the next step, what I want you to do is to just find a space, be quiet, take a deep breath, relax yourself, just be present with life, be present with the sounds around you, the voices that you hear, the sound of the world that's around you right now. Be present with what you're feeling inside, your thoughts, with your emotions, with your body. Be present with what you feel in your skin, the wind that brushes against your skin, the taste in your mouth, the smell in your nose. Just be present for 60 seconds, Be present with life. Touch your heart, say hello, connect to it. Just by saying hello, say, I need you right now. What is the next right move? Or you can say, So this is my problem, da 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 da, I don't know a way out. I'm unclear of where I need to go. Show me in a way that is clear and in a way that I won't doubt you. What is the next right move? And if the voice comes in right now to just say, end this video, just do that. And once you've done that, what is the next right move? And if it says, go take a shower, just do that. And then after the shower, what is the next right move? And it says, call this person, do that work, go to this place, have this cup of coffee, spend time with yourself. Whatever it is that your heart is asking you to do, follow it. Because that is the highest road that you can ever take, and that is the path of least resistance in your journey. Regardless how it may look externally, it is the path of least resistance. So just trust in it, follow it, and I promise you that as you keep treading your life from moment to moment to moment to moment, you'll get to a space where you start to see the next step, or the next 2-3 steps, and you start to see a little further, and that's where you start to find peace again. So I hope this helps everyone. Take care there. Let me know what you think about this episode in the comments below. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, just share with us your thoughts. Because from your thoughts and from your engagement, you'll know exactly if you're creating something that you like or not, right? So just let us know what you think, and we look forward to connecting with you again in the future. Take care there, everyone. God bless, and have a beautiful week ahead.